Another beautiful day in the market today. Let's go over the intraday analysis and what clues the market has left us for tomorrow. At around 8:49, we identified the orange controlled selling algorithm as well as the red selling algorithm. So in order to go long, the break of the orange, but you have to protect by the 5-day moving average. As you can see here, this would have been harder to catch if your order was not ready, because at 9 o'clock this was the news candle. But as you see here, if you caught this, you have to protect by the 5-day moving average. If you miss this trade, no problem. Just wait for the next structure and wait for the liquidity to build. If you identify the red and orange controlled selling algorithms, you'll see that they're still in control here. So once the red and orange showed that they're still in control, I said wait for the microstructure to break out of the orange algorithm as well as the 5-day moving average reclaim. And as you see here, we made that micro inverse head and shoulders to break out of that orange algorithm. So you could have scaled on the break of the orange. And I also told my members that you could leave your runners in the yellow buying algorithm. And as you've seen here, once we made that microstructure to break out of that orange, you could have scaled in on the break of the orange and leave your runners in the yellow buying algorithm. If you miss the break of the orange, no problem. Just wait for the same orange and red selling algorithms to repeat themselves. And obviously the support off the 5-day moving average will be key. As you've seen here, once we started using that support off the 5-day moving average and the same controlled selling algorithms repeating themselves, you could have scaled in on the break of the orange or the support of the 5-day moving average. But you have to protect on the top of that black algorithm. But you also could have left your runners in that yellow buying algorithm. So at this point of the day at 10:27, I said there's no reason to short until we confirm the tapering with that white intraday tapering algorithm, as well as the break of that black. As you see here, once we created that microstructure, it started breaking out of this black buying algorithm. You could have scaled in, but you have to protect by the break of the red selling algorithm, as well as this red 603.41. Because as you see here, we lacked the selling continuation in the microstructure to break out of that intraday white buying algorithm. And once you're able to see it, you can't unsee it. The same exact controlled blue and orange selling algorithms were in control. You see at 10:53, I also mentioned wait for the break of that new blue tapering selling algorithm. But as you see here, we needed to build more structure to break out. So once we formed that microstructure to reclaim that 5-day moving average, and we started breaking the light blue selling algorithm, you could have scaled in on the break. As you see here, I scaled on the break of the light blue, but I protected by high day. If you missed that trade, no problem. The same exact orange and blue selling algorithms were repeating themselves for the next leg up. So as you can see, you could have scaled in here. Gotta protect aggressive, especially on top of that white tapering algorithm. And this may be a clue for tomorrow. If you watched yesterday's video, I talked about how the intraday cup formed and how we were forming that handle for the buying continuation. Today was just that continuation from that handle. And I also mentioned how 605 will be a key level. And as you can see, we're on top of that light blue selling algorithm. We may need to see more liquidity in order to break that light blue algorithm. But CPI is tomorrow, so we might gap up or we might gap down. So if we do break out without the microstructure and we gap up, you have to be cautious with this tapering white algorithm, as well as this black algorithm. And we built lots of liquidity by that 5-day moving average. So if we gap up and start tapering and start losing that 605.93 and start reclaiming that 5-day moving average to break out of the white algorithm, this could be play. There's no need to force that until it confirms. In order to short, the 5-day moving average will be key. I'd want to wait for the micro cups to start completing and start making that microstructure to break out of that white buying algorithm and start losing that 20-day moving average.